Hello Pisces, and welcome to Truth Seeker Psychic Readings, reminding you of who you really are. Today we're going to look at the month of April 2021 to see what's coming up in your month. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a reading again. Let's have a look at your cards. Okay, so Pisces, your theme for the month is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this one is our tricky card of the deck, and what it's saying for your theme is that there is either somebody in your life that is withholding the truth, that is not being honest with you, that is somewhat being a little bit shady or not transparent, or there is something for you to look out for this month in terms of contract, something you're signing, something that just doesn't feel right. You know, when you get that feeling, that intuitive feeling from the heart of the stomach, and it just feels a little strange and you know something's off. That's what you have to trust this month, okay? You naturally have great intuition, Pisces. Just got to make sure that you're being discerning about it, okay? So if it doesn't feel right, question it. Question their motives. Question why is it that they're doing what they're doing? Why do I feel like this? If you can do that, you will quickly discover that there is a reason for it. There is truth being hidden from you, and there's something that is just not right, okay? Now, if this is a relationship issue, because it very much can be, you need to be a little bit inquisitive and you need to get to the bottom of it, because I do feel as though there may be something that's just being hidden, that is not being spoken about, okay? So trust those instincts of yours. They will pick up on it, and then you just need to ask questions or sort of just take some time away to sort of see what happens and how it plays out. But definitely this is talking about distrust and a sense of not feeling as though someone in your life is being honest. Now that's the theme. So moving on from that, Ace of Cups is saying that if it makes you feel unhappy and if it makes you feel stressed, talk about it, communicate. Communication is to a relationship what breathing is to living. Make sure that you are communicating thoroughly so that you can understand each other and work through it, you know. This is sort of saying that, you know, if this has happened before for you, it could be somewhat of a deal breaker, and it's basically saying you, in a sense, you want to be free of it. You want to start over, you want to start fresh, you want to leave it in the past, but maybe the resentment is creating a difficult environment within you to do that. So if it's resentment, that's also something of the negative ego, and it's something we need to let go of. Otherwise, it can wreak havoc on our lives and in our relationship. So letting go and surrendering to what has happened in the past is part of this. But if somebody is continuously doing something that you know goes against your standards and against your morals, you do need to make sure that you're doing what's right for you, okay? Now, right in the middle, the Hermit is basically saying you'll need time to yourself, okay? So whether you're out in nature or in just your favorite spot where you can sit, watch the ocean, watch the stars, watch the trees blow by, whatever is going to help you get out of your head. This is saying very important that you focus on you and not so much on that other person, because essentially at the end of the day, once you've gotten to the bottom of this, it's not up to you to change them. They are who they are. And you know, you have to sort of just learn to accept it. And if you can't accept it and live with it, then you may have to move on, right? The choice is yours at the end of the day, but just remember that you can only control how you feel, and you can't change people. They will have to evolve and change at their own pace. All you can do is support, create the right environment for it. But if you feel hard done by, if you feel like this is something that you can't just take, then that might be a decision for you in moving forward for this relationship. Apart from that, it's saying that pondering and taking time to yourself, being in a place that you enjoy, is going to help you overcome whatever issues and whatever sadness that you have, okay? Work through those emotions, Pisces, because if you bury them, they're going to affect you one way or the other. So express it, talk about it, you know, talk to someone that you trust, or just get to your journal and write about it, because doing that will effectively get the emotions out of you and help you move forward, help you understand what's going on, right? Now, King of Wands is basically saying that through all of this, you are going to become wiser, you're going to become stronger, and you're going to become more confident in yourself. Okay, so this is allowing yourself to remove yourself from the situation and say, I'm not going to take it personally, okay, because whatever somebody else does is a product of what's happening in their life. And it's also talking about their insecurities, the stuff that they need to work through. You know, the abuser abuses because they were abused, right? So we can't do anything to stop that, except the one thing that we can do is to say, no, we won't take it anymore. And, you know, essentially by staying in an abusive relationship, whether it's physically, verbally, mentally, whatever it is, that is allowing the other person to continue feeling as though that is normal and that is okay and what they've learned is right. But if we say no, we are essentially doing ourselves, the other person, and the world a favor, because it stops and it puts the attention on them and it makes them question that what they're doing is wrong. Okay, so that is essentially what needs to happen with these kind of people that show up in your life. And the King of Wands is saying you're becoming more wise, you're becoming more discerning, you're doing the right thing, okay? By focusing on yourself, you're leading by example, all right? You're not trying to force anything, you're letting go. And that's part of this process, Pisces, and that's the reason why the difficulty has come up this month in another person. It's for you to recognize that it's best to do what's best for you and to focus on the greater good, right? Now, over here, right at the end, you have the Five of Wands in reverse, and this is somewhat just a reminder for you to make sure that you don't have more of these people on your path. You don't have more of these people stopping you from being who you are, because it might not just be one person. This right at the end is saying that there may be another person or another colleague, family member or friend who is, you know, just either quite negative or just not really on your level. And if that's the case, you need to move away from those sorts of people. Remember that the people you spend the most time with in life are the people that influence you the most. Yeah, you become the sum of the five that you spend the most time around. So you might as well spend your time around people that are uplifting, happy, positive, supportive. Those are the type of people you need. Don't be with anyone, this is friendship or relationship, don't be with anyone you wouldn't want to be. Now remember that statement and carry that through, and that way you will always be around like-minded people who will support you, and you no longer have to deal with this crap. Now some of you might be saying, well hold on a minute, what if it's, you know, a father or a mother or a brother or a family member like that? Well, the same applies, and I know that sounds harsh, but if we allow abuse and if we allow negativity in our life, then we're basically saying that's okay. I will be a part of that. I acquiesce. I'm happy to, you know, create that more environment in my life. No, you're not, okay? So the best thing you can do for your mother, your brother, or your sister, or your father, whoever they are, is to not acknowledge their behavior, but to create distance. And if they come to you and they say, hey, you know, why you, what's up with you? You can then explain to them, you know, distance heals. And so by giving them time to understand what they've been doing, they may come to you and say, what's up with you? And then you can tell them, you can explain to them, well, I didn't really like the way you treated me, and I'm not here for that, and that's not something I need in my life. So if that's how it's going to be, I'm not going to be near you. And so that's not basically saying they have to change, but it's telling them what the problem is, and then they can reflect. And if they wish to change, then they can do it. So that's how we lead by example. And that is essentially what you need to do when it comes to family, okay? So that's basically all you need to do this month, is be very discerning and aware of the people in your life that are trying to manipulate or control you or do wrong by you. If you can do that and essentially turn it into a lesson, you will learn so much, you will evolve so much, and you'll help yourself and you'll help your family, you'll help your friends, you'll help your partner, you'll ultimately help the collective move through the pain and the suffering. And one step at a time, one person at a time, we're all evolving, growing and healing, and that's what the world needs. So have an amazing month, Pisces. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to the channel. Please also like the video. And if you can comment in the comments below, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. If you can share the video with Pisces friends or anybody that you know, that would be amazing as well. Have an amazing month, and I will see you in the next reading.